This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Francis Bowen, a respected academic in innovation and sustainability, once said that to become a thoroughly good man is the best prescription for keeping a sound mind and a sound body. Upon reflection, I am convinced that I will reap handsome benefits from demonstrating goodness to both my parents ever since I was a small child. This short paper aims to illuminate the reasons why I am a good son to my parents. Firstly, at a personal level, I believe I am a good son to both my parents as I have never irresponsibly questioned their authority. Although some parental control can indeed be perceived as demeaning and dictatorial, especially in adolescence, I have always found a way to address my parents' concerns maturely and firmly. When I finished high school, for example, I remember my father standing his ground that I should pursue a course that I never had an interest in. Although our arguments at home were potentially explosive, I managed to bring on board one of his best friends to make him understand that I needed to be given a chance to choose my trajectory. Eventually, the problem was settled, and the respect I had earned from my parents remained intact for not irresponsibly questioning their authority. Secondly, I have never neglected to abide by the advice received from my parents. I believe that internalizing parental guidance is fundamental to my personal and professional growth because it is difficult for parents to mislead me as some of my friends would do. I remember one time when my parents advised me to develop a profoundly religious orientation to ground my life on sound values and virtues. While most of my friends were demonstrating open revolt against the advice provided by their parents by attending dance parties instead of religious gatherings, I decided to follow my parents' advice by going to church and practicing the teachings as received from our pastoral staff. The result of this undertaking is that my parents, as well as siblings, can now depend on me for moral and spiritual support. The third reason why I believe I am a good son to both my parents is grounded in the fact that I have been, and will always be, a shining star in academics and extracurricular activities. I can still remember how happy my mother was when she came to collect my academic reports from middle grade level through senior high school. She always went with a radiant face, knowing too well that she would be called upon to address other parents on motivating students to perform better academically. Similarly, my father always accompanied me in major sports competitions, knowing that I would shine in several field and track events. To date, my parents are very fond of the photographs taken during these ceremonies, and I can tell that these priceless photographs still act as a fundamental source of happiness. The fourth reason is that I have always been there for my parents in times of need or discomfort. When my mother was diagnosed with a severe but treatable health condition a few years ago, I remember I canceled a holiday I was going on with close friends just to be by her side. Upon reflection, I realized that this particular gesture provided my mother with a great deal of moral support. Owing to this and the medical attention provided by doctors, she responded well to treatment and was out of the hospital earlier than expected. To date, my parents thank me for standing by them during that trying period. Although I cannot fully exhaust the reasons why I perceive myself as a good son to my parents, I know that goodness is an asset that has assisted me in laying a solid foundation for success in my future personal, family, and professional endeavors. If you want to find more works like this essay on why I am a good son to my parents, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.